Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're listening to this. I'm Clinton,
And I'm Hillary.
and welcome
Welcome to
to
BlackLantic.
BlackLantic. This is our first episode, and we are a primarily Black Atlantic-centric podcast, website, and media channel with the goal of bringing POC Atlantic voices to the world.
You can expect to hear us every week with guests, segments, panels, roundtables, exploring topics from all over Atlantic Canada.
Now, be sure to visit our website at blacklantic.ca.
And follow BlackLantic on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and more. This episode, we're going to be speaking about the horrific, I'll call it horrific, the truck convoy that's been going on this specific weekend. So you do know when we are recording this episode, as well as talking about some Black History Month panels that will be going on in New Brunswick to honor, of course, Black History Month, which is, for us, just in a couple of days from when we're recording this. And we've got some opinions about what the panels look like in terms of diversity. But first off, Clinton, how are you today?
I am pretty good, I gotta say. It's been a wild 2 weeks for me. After more than half of my life of drinking coffee multiple times a day, living off pots of coffee for work, for motivation, to get going, to not have a migraine. I stopped cold turkey 2 weeks ago, and it was like a drug withdrawal. Coffee is literally like a minor version of heroin. It's not as motivating as you think. It's not as energizing as you think. There's a lot to it, and it was a crazy couple of weeks. But now I can say I'm happier. I've got a lot less anxiety, a lot less panic attacks, more clarity of mind, and more consistent motivation throughout the day. But just other crazy stuff. So our salon's been closed, the pipes burst at my house, and I can't even remember everything. But
You also
it's been a wild 2
spoke
weeks.
at a panel this week about.
I did.
Yeah.
My first public speaking event, which if you could have seen the stress I was going through preparing for this. Did a 1 hour presentation on people of color and entrepreneurship, especially in New Brunswick, and it went really well. I was proud of myself. I was a rapper for many years. I'm very used to being on stage and rapping, being a host, entertaining. I'm used to talking on podcasts, but on a podcast, I stopped talking every couple of minutes. I had never spoken for like an hour straight ever in my life, and thank you for reminding me of that. That was a nice accomplishment for me. How are you, Hillary?
I'm good. I turned 28 almost a week ago today. Went for my first facial, which since you own a salon spa, you probably know for some reason more about than I do. But it was a very luxurious experience. 10-minute walk away, which is very dangerous. Other than that, we've been good. Like Toronto had our first big snowstorm of 34 centimeters. The city didn't know how to deal with it. Sort of barricaded inside for the first time since living in Ontario in a while, but that's been good. I feel like I can say this. You and I are working on some Black History Month CBC content. And so I spent my morning interviewing the guests. Mine are going to be Stacey Darku and Gary Weeks. So I interviewed them this morning, and it was really, really great conversation. Very excited to be bringing that to CBC and, helping them with their Black History Month content like we have in the past. And yeah, other than that, things have been good. Since New Brunswick's slowly lifting their lockdown measures, that means I can call my mom every week again. And so I'm very excited to have my weekly 10 a.m. Thursday calls with my mama back. And yeah, envious of your lack of coffee. It could be what's been giving me headaches lately, the overconsumption of coffee, but I'm not where you are yet.
I'll send you the video. I actually have another friend that stopped drinking after I sent it to her. Coffee is a lie. Coffee was built on the backs of slaves, by cotton and other things. It's a cheap drug that's easy to manufacture. You could charge a premium for it because if people stop drinking it, they feel pain. I won't get into my whole preaching seminar on it, but I personally, it's only been 14 days and I can feel the benefits. And if you know me, you know that coffee was a major part of my everyday life. Super excited about CBC. I've got Kasim Doumbia, New Brunswick's first Black mayor in its entire history, which I'm really excited about. And I've got another super special guest lined out that I'm not dropping yet, people are gonna have to wait to hear who that is. It's a
Very,
super
very
special guest.
exciting.
Yeah.
Super exciting.